Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building. Back at it again with the White Vans.
Oh, baby.
We are 3 days away from losing TikTok.
Oh, man.
It's a stressful world out here. What am I going to do with all that spare thumb time? Don't worry about it. Hey, Breeze, what's good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Got a lot to get into on today's show, man. As always, per Adam Schefter, Chicago Bears are set to interview Ravens OC Todd Monken. Gonna get you and then Monken this coming Friday. Is he the right man for the job? Is he somebody that we're overlooking? And then, is Mike McCarthy really John Fox 2.0? And my question to you is that bad with this team? Then we got to look at the culture that McCarthy actually built up there. Cowboys players do not seem thrilled that McCarthy will not be in the building, and the Bears may have more draft capital coming their way. The date is 1/16/2025. It's 7:02 in the morning. Jordan JC, I have it on good authority that I'm hired as the Bears' next head coach.
Oh, let's go.
We finally gonna get that studio equipment, baby.
Oh, can I get some steak?
My first job is I'm hiring the right guy to be the real head coach.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Can I get some steak? Is that the first thing you said?
I was around. Hey, you get your first paycheck. Can we go out for? Can we go to Bavette's? Or what's your favorite place of choice?
I'm a Maestro's guy.
Maestro's.
I love Chicago Cut.
All right,
I love Chicago Cut.
I've been to neither. That's crazy. As much Chicago as I'm a steak guy, I've been to neither.
Chicago Cut is that's one of my. It's a great time, and it annoys me how much the people I work with talk about going there because it shows me how much money they have and how little I truly have.
Oh. Jesus.
You know, you're not the guy there yet. You working your way to be that guy, but you're not that guy. I'm literally just sitting there and they're like, yeah, we went out Chicago Cut last night, enjoyed a nice dinner. We actually took out, you took someone out?
Gee, $600 bill.
Group?
Wow. I'll pay. Jeez.
We better be like that in this mug. I mean, we spent almost a stack at Chicago Cut for our anniversary.
Hey, yo, that's
almost a stack, bro.
I know it was good food though.
It was phenomenal. It was amazing. We had some great drinks, but yeah, we almost dropped the stack. But I had planned for it, so it wasn't the end of the world. Yeah, exactly. But it irritates me when Mudge just be like, "Yeah, hit the Chicago Cut up tonight." Like, it's Tuesday. You dropping a stack on a Tuesday?
That's right.
Do they have coupons to this place?
By the way, Garen Thomas, it's only one answer to that question. Medium. Okay.
I'm trying to get the medium rare, man. I'm trying to get just one step earlier, just right before that mug. Yeah, man, we're working our way. All right. Slowly. Let's talk a little football, huh, George JC? Because Todd Monken is set to interview for the Chicago Bears, and per Adam Schefter, he will be interviewing this Friday for the Chicago Bears head coaching job. Now, Todd Monken is somebody who has a ton of extensive experience on the offensive side of the ball. He coached Stetson Bennett, of course, at Georgia during back-to-back national championships. He has turned Lamar Jackson into a phenomenal passer. And I mean, listen, he's been the catalyst of his 2023-2024 MVP. He has changed Lamar Jackson's game completely. And you have to talk about the fact that he also got him to a point where I forgot Lamar did this, honestly. He became the first QB in NFL history to throw for 4,000 yards and rush for 800 yards in the same season. So, like, he's utilizing him perfectly in his last couple of seasons. Hopefully, we see him go out there and get some wins in the playoffs this year. But to me, Todd Monken is a name that, not to say we've overlooked him, but I think that people are kind of hoping that Ben Johnson is the younger version of what Todd Monken could be. And Todd Monken is not a terrible option either if he is the next Chicago Bears head coach.
No, I'm right there with you. I mean, you see the Bears are, well, at least they should be prioritizing a lot of offensive-minded candidates, and Todd Monken, I think, should be right up there with the best of them. If you're talking about experience, there's nobody else that has more than him. I've looked at his resume. I mean, this guy's got a laundry list of experience throughout his years in college and in the pros.
Yeah,
you're talking about 30 years
and in high school.
Yeah, I said high school. I'm going way too back. Wait,
this guy's taking it back to the beginning.
30 years of coaching position groups and coordinator positions at the college and professional levels. I mean, he's pretty much seen it all from a football standpoint. And so that's the kind of guy you want to build. And of course, as you just mentioned, you look at Lamar Jackson, and a lot of people have always criticized that type of quarterback, that type of play style. And yet you're seeing more and more of that type of quarterback being successful in the league. And Caleb Williams, in my opinion, is catering to that. It's being that type of quarterback. He has the ability to be mobile. He has the ability to kill you with his feet or to manipulate in the pocket as far as, shifting and trying to get away from defenses. So he has that in his bag, obviously outside of the passing ability. So Todd Monken, yeah, I'm right there with you. I wouldn't mind him being a candidate. I feel like he has been under the radar. This would be a good get. We kind of compared him to a Pete Carroll because he is a little up in age, but I mean, he still gives you that youthful vigor in a sense. He can connect to his younger players.
He only 52. He younger than McCarthy is.
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was a little older than that.
Don't all age the same. You know what I mean? We don't.
But I like the energy that you get off of him. That's the type of person that we need in the building. And so I wouldn't be mad at getting to you and that Monken.
You and that Monken, trying to get to you and that Monken. Girl, I've been sicking and acting a donkey.
So just get them just because of that.
I gotta listen to this song. Like, I keep singing this. Now I'm gonna have to listen to the song. But no, man, listen, I think honestly, here's my thing with Todd Monken and why where he ranks for me is when I look at him and how he's gotten the most out of Lamar Jackson, not only the most out of Lamar Jackson as far as a winner, but when you see Lamar, the game looks so ridiculously easy to him.
It does.
Now, It does help that Todd Monken and John Harbaugh, and I don't know who had the powwow, who had the conversation, but somebody walked in that room and was like, and why don't we get Lamar some offensive linemen?
Like, about that, some protection.
You know what I mean? But I saw Lamar last season, literally. Myles Garrett got a hold of him and just, take that with you. Oh, my bad.
Jesus.
Like, that does help. I think no matter what situation, no matter what conversation we're having, include all of that in here. It does seem that was a change, that was a necessary change for Lamar, but the game just seems easy for him. He drops back, he scans the field. Yes, he's got the ability to get out of the pressure. Caleb has the ability to get out of pressure. I saw a stat and I retweeted it, and everybody was like trying to figure out the ins and outs of the stat. And it was like, no, the stat means that this was a sack that should have happened that Caleb Williams avoided. He avoided 50 sacks this season in a season where he got sacked 68 times.
Yeah.
He avoided 50 sacks this season.
This dude could have been eviscerated.
And still was. And if we're being honest, 68 sacks, that's a lot of sacks, my guy. But my point in all of that is that he has that ability to extend the play. He has that ability to allow guys time to get themselves open. But he also, what would he look like with somebody who just makes the game easy to him? And I think that's the biggest thing that I want to see. For the love of God, I just want to see a quarterback's life made easy here in Chicago and not have it be this massive uphill climb that you have to go through every single season. Caleb he was talking about his welcome to the NFL moment yesterday on the St. Brown podcast. He had two of them. He's like, there was 2 times where I absolutely got my head taken off. Both of them he had whiplash after. Like, it's for me, if you can make Caleb Williams' life easy, I'm here for you. Now, where he ranks for me, again, I'd still go Ben Johnson 1. I'd probably go McCarthy 2. I know people aren't thrilled with me about that. I don't care. I'd probably go Aaron Glenn.
Oh, you got Glenn coming up boards. Okay.
I'm hearing such good things about Aaron Glenn.
I am too. I saw it. Yeah.
Such good and listen, you know, I like me a little Dan Campbell attitude in a building, right? I like a little, hey man, I will punch you in the face. We going in the back, we gonna shoot the ones. Like Aaron Glenn might shoot the ones with you.
Okay, all right.
You give me Aaron Glenn 3. Monken might be 4 right now.
Monken might be 4.
Monken might be 4. He's on that list of guys that I want to see.
Getting no love.
Get that second interview. You said what?
Joe Brady's getting no love from us.
No.
Okay, all right.
No,
I mean, hey, that just shows you how extensive this list is. Because at first I thought that Joe Brady was literally right behind Ben Johnson for a time, and then you got these other candidates with more experience, and it's kind of like he's kind of like slowed down.
That's the thing, right? There's one guy. I think for me, there's 1 or 2 guys that I want to take a chance on.
Okay,
one of the 2 guys is the guy who turned Lamar Jackson into one of the greatest, if not the greatest dual threat quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Probably the greatest dual threat quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
The other one is the guy that is the young up and coming hot name that everybody wants to see brought into the building. Outside of that, I want the guys who are a little bit different, right? Mike McCarthy, you see the resume, you see the experience. Aaron Glenn, he bites kneecaps as well. Like if I'm gonna take a chance on guys, those are kind of the guys I my take a chance guys are the Detroit culture, Detroit offense, 2 of the best in the NFL. Turning Lamar Jackson into an absolute god on a football field. Like those are like these guys have all done something extraordinary, I guess is the point that I'm trying to make there. Shout out Paulie G with the super chat. Paulie G said, I'm starting to think that the Bears aren't getting Ben because there are too many interviews. We've seen coaches get hired while in the playoffs. McCarthy will be the Bears' new head coach. I don't know if that means that they're not getting Ben. I don't know if I could say that they're not getting Ben because of that. It's a they got a list of 20 guys.
Yeah.
The Steelers said, or I'm sorry, the Chargers had a list of 20 guys, but we all knew they wanted Jim Harbaugh, right? So, like, I don't know if it doesn't mean that they're not getting Ben because they have so many guys in the building. Man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Oh, Steve-O's got his job interview.
Is he number 21?
He's got his job interview tomorrow. Steve-O going to get up in there.
All right, like I said.
Crimson say, you're not getting the job after you slap George, bro.
George better not be there. Steve-O going to the building smacking people?
Like Bernie Mac when he got off the train and what movie is that? Head of State? Like Bernie Mac when he got off the train and Head of State. Garen, what a interesting question here. What if we get Monken as a head coach and Thomas Brown remains his OC? I mean,
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, but you're OC in name. Monken's calling the play.
Yeah, I was just about to say he'll be the guy that's going to be running.
You're OC in name alone. So I'm not. Yeah. That doesn't do anything for me. I don't get tingly from that, man. By the way, have it on good authority there, Jordan JC. That we got over 100 in the chat. Over 200 in the chat. 200. There we go.
All right. Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah,
hey, you know what?
we've fallen off on our hundreds in the chat for a while. We focused on the sports talk, and we've fallen off a little bit.
Stretch out a little bit. It's time to stretch. But one of the bottom lines about Todd Monken, I do agree that he is a candidate that I am favoring just a little bit, not over obviously the front runners, but as you mentioned in that top 3, top 4, I would put him. Apparently, he's had some shots at it before where he's been interviewed for head coach, and apparently maybe he just hasn't had good interviews. But this is a guy who has been compared to Bruce Arians. Here's a guy who actually was compared to Bruce Arians and by a lot of people. And you've seen what Bruce Arians was capable of doing and winning the Super Bowl. You also saw what the Bears did with Bruce Arians. So let's not mess that up again where we bring a guy in the building because he has a little machismo. You're scared of him and you run him away. That let's learn from our lessons before. Even though I don't think Todd Monken is that kind of guy where he's like, hey, now listen up. He's turning tables and flipping things when he gets into the interview. But my thing is, you still want a guy.
Just straight up.
You see, just comes in there. All right, now you won't listen.
What's happening?
Getting sick of this organization being whacked. Right?
I don't think that's the guy I want as my next head coach.
George, shut your mouth. All right? You sit over there and you be quiet. No, so I think it would be a smart idea. I don't think Virginia like this.
I don't think Mom would like that. Here's what I think about Mom.
That's the change we need. Oh my goodness. No, but I think he would be a perfect combination of, being an offensive guru, but he also has the connection to the locker room with the players. And so being that leader is, I think, again, the only question mark. But if you're being compared to Bruce Arians, you saw what he did as a head coach. So I would be fine with that.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm. If he is Bruce Arians, that would be exciting. That would be enticing. We know what Bruce Arians was able to accomplish. He's a lot younger than Bruce Arians, so that would also be, you'd get a little bit more length out of his tenure here.
That's right.
But to me, we'll see. We'll see how he interviews.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Chill. Yeah.
We'll see how he interviews. Virginia George get in the corner and shut up. Y'all, you wildin', Baki. Baki got him at gunpoint out here. Calm down, dog. Calm down, man. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let us know your thoughts on Todd Monken. Do you think that he should be the Chicago Bears' next head coach? Coming up, we got to talk about, is Mike McCarthy just John Fox 2.0? And I will make the case for you why that is not the worst thing in the world, even though Bears fans have extraordinary PTSD on that one. We'll talk about all that and more coming up after the break. We'll be right back. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https://aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold.
When a severe storm hits, hail and high-speed winds can cause excessive damage to your home. This can lead to blown-off shingles, broken windows, siding damage, and leaking inside. If you suspect your home has been hit with storm damage, contact CNN Construction today. We are a proud GAF Master Elite contractor, offering free exterior home inspection for storm-related damages. C&N is a reputable licensed roofing and general contractor working hand-in-hand with insurance companies and homeowners every step of the way through the difficult claims and restoration process. We will meet with your insurance adjuster to discuss the damages to your property, the value of those repairs, and the scope of work needed at your home. Our skilled team has you covered and will leave your home looking brand new. Give us a call today at 844-415-ROOF or visit our website at cnroofs.com for a free exterior inspection. C&N Construction. We find the solutions, not the excuses.
You goddamn right. He said it. He said it.
Boy.
Yeah.
The best show for Chicago sports.
I thought something was wrong.
George said, wait a minute, we're not on after that. Orrery, wait a minute. Love it. You saw what it was. We getting there. We getting there. Get your funny up, not your money up. I said that backwards. Get your money up, not your money up. Don't worry about it. Just shut your dang mouth. Hey, man, welcome back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show and Love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We're talking about Todd Monken in the building and whether we think that he is the right next head coach for the Chicago Bears. I got to talk about somebody who was, I talked about this last night, Jordan JC, wined and dined by the Chicago Bears. Did you see that? Did you see that what time that we've concluded the Mike McCarthy interview came out? It was around like 7:30, 8 o'clock. It was some time.
Went well.
Time there, yeah. I mean, so no, Mike McCarthy wined and dined last night. The Bears are all in. I think that they're going a ridiculous extra mile to impress McCarthy. And because of that, you feel like he's one of the main candidates. And there's this notion, or one of the top candidates, I should say. And there's this notion that he is just John Fox 2.0. And dare I say, we got to stop with this was a terrible head coach when he was given a terrible situation. John Fox came to the Chicago Bears in 2015. The Bears were 6-10. You know who was on that Bears team?
Can't recall, buddy.
Let me run you down a roster here. That was the last season of Jay Cutler there. Jay Cutler had a horrible season. Chicago Bears had no offensive line. It got to the point where the Bears had to end up benching Jay Cutler by the end of the year of that season.
Mm-hmm.
They were clearly looking for a new quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Definitely remember that. Yeah, going into the draft.
That Forte was still there. You knew they weren't going to re-sign him. He had a down year. Remember, that was the Jeremy Langford coming out party that season.
Oh, number 33.
Yeah. Definitely. Alshon Jeffrey was still in the building. That was that first year where you had, or was that the first? No, it was probably second year of Martellus Bennett, who was swinging at everybody in their mama.
Knocking Cal Fuller out.
Knocking everybody around, brother.
Yep.
And that's about it. There you go. That was your team.
Everybody else is just a bunch of names on the roster.
That was your team.
About it.
That's about it. That's pretty much all I got for you, my guy. Defensively,
oh boy,
you had Kyle Fuller. You had Adrian Amos,
a young one. Okay, all right.
You had Eddie Goldman.
Oh man,
you had Pernell McPhee.
Love the Eddie Goldman. All right, Pernell, Violet. I'm Violet.
Had Willie Young.
Oh, I forgot about Willie from Detroit. Yeah.
Who could never stay healthy.
Yeah.
Had Sam Acho with his teeth.
Oh, Sam. Oh boy.
It's not good. Sherrick McManus. You remember Sherrick McManus?
Sherrick. Oh,
you remember Sherrick McManus?
I love that name. Yep, I definitely remember McManus.
Will Sutton action. Antrell Roll.
That's right. We did have Antrell Roll.
Yeah.
From the Giants. Yep. Definitely remember Antrell.
My point is, it was bad.
It was bad. Yeah.
My point is, John Fox was given a turd of a team that was on his last legs and dying.
Yeah.
And he said, go win.
Yeah.
That does not seem to be what is happening for whoever comes in here. Number one, you feel like whoever does come in, if it is Mike McCarthy, and the reason I'm talking about this is if he's John Fox 2.0, John Fox would have loved to have this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
This would have been a dream of a team for John Fox. By the way, there's still a lot to fix. But this would have been a dream of a team for John Fox. We also forget that John Fox would have fixed the Bears franchise.
Yep.
If Ryan Pace would have just listened. John Fox got a phone call from his best friend in college who said Deshaun Watson is the Michael Jordan of football. Now, everything else that went along with it, that Andrew, you know what I mean? The massages, all that. We don't, that's. Listen, he can't get right without that get right. So you got to leave him over there. Leave all of that. We're talking about the guy who went to pretty much a very similar situation in Houston. And was like, no, I'll just be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, top 5.
Yep.
If Ryan Pace didn't go full on, all right, hold on, no, I'm not here. I'll pay you $20 to say you didn't see me, kid. Get out of here. I'm here for Mitch. Oh, look at that Corolla. Oh, look at this guy.
Were you convinced? Everybody in this, we were all convinced, right? Yeah, shut up.
No one was convinced. You went alone.
Jesus.
If not for that, the Chicago Bears have their quarterback of the future. Probably now, whatever that ends up being is different. But you know what we're talking.
It was a good start, though.
It was. Oh well, he's always looking for a good ending. But my point in all of this is that
I didn't even set you up for that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Anyway,
my point in all of this is if Mike McCarthy is John Fox 2.0,
yeah,
I would not be upset by that because I think John Fox was a good coach.
Yeah,
I think he came here and got given a horrible situation.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Steve-O said it best when John Fox was able to actually control his direction. Yeah, absolutely. John Fox is a good coach. His tenure in Carolina showed you that. I think was that the Jake Delhomme years?
Jake Delhomme years. He also went to the Super Bowl in Denver.
Oh, absolutely. Like he's 128 and 128 and 112 as a head coach in the regular season. That's a 53% win percentage. I'll take that. 6 division titles, 6 double-digit win seasons, 7 playoff appearances. I mean, that's a pretty good extensive resume. That's kind of up there with Mike McCarthy in a sense. Obviously, Mike McCarthy has a better overall win percentage for the regular season. Well, 60. What is it? 60%? Yeah, it's about 60%.
That's much better.
Yeah, that's much better. But I mean, hey, both are better than anything the Bears have ever done, is my point. And so you put a little bit more respect on Fox's name. Sure, you can compare it, but Mike McCarthy has a little bit more, I feel like, leverage. And obviously being a Super Bowl winner, not just getting there, but actually winning. Yeah, you would definitely kind of see it that way. I'm not going to put.
He didn't win. He didn't win the Super Bowl.
Mike McCarthy.
With the
Packers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's where I'm like, okay, yeah, John, I feel like he was dealt a bad hand, not only not being in control of the quarterback that he wanted here, but also, like you said, the roster was not developed. It was nowhere near the roster that we have now because we potentially thought we would be in the playoffs this year. So you cannot compare that roster and the change and the overhaul that was happening when John Fox came to Chicago versus having the quarterback in Caleb Williams already, having the receivers, needing, a lot of help in the trenches.
Yeah.
And everything else is pretty much addressed with outside of coaching. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing for me, right? Like, to me, you're getting a different team. You're getting a team that has draft capital, has $80 million in cap space that can address things that if you bring in a head coach like Mike McCarthy, who I would assume would address some things that that could be concerns there, maybe even in some of those offensive linemen in Dallas to come through and hang out here in Chicago. But like to me, it's you're giving him a better situation. And so if I'm having a conversation, oh, well, he's John Fox 2.0. I don't think that this is night and day. You're giving him a young quarterback for him to mold, which he's done a good job at with both quarterbacks in both spots that he's been, and they have credited him. And I think, it transitions well into the conversation on the culture of things here. For me, you need somebody who can build a culture. Did you see anybody flipping tables and pissed off that when the conversation was we might end up keeping Mike McCarthy? No. The conversation, in fact, after he left was Dak Prescott said, I thought we built some really good things here. I didn't want him to go. That sucks. The conversation for Michael Parsons on his podcast, happened with that. This guy's doing a million things.
Yep.
Was that he hated to see him go. That he had the locker room in a good place, that he had built a good culture, that they had continuously won games. But and I don't know, Michael Parsons is also he's a Cowboys fan, so he bleed Dallas through and through.
No matter what, yeah.
And he's like, I trust Jerry. I'm like, oh, you poor bastard. He's gonna get you.
Oh boy.
But you see the conversation of where he left and what he could be coming to, like that is a Bears dream right now. And again, not my number one,
right?
Not my number one, but a heck of a fallback if you don't get Ben Johnson.
Oh, absolutely, it's a Bears dream. I mean, how many times have we heard all these different people that we've actually brought in the building, and then their previous stop, people have talked bad about them. We talked about Shane Waldron coming in the building, and you thought, oh, because he was the quarterback whisperer for Geno Smith. But then you got a rookie in Jackson Smith and Jigba that pretty much just threw dirt on his name. Like, oh, yeah, get this guy out of here. Like a rookie receiver is talking like that. Like, wow, come on.
Hey, little sidebar here. No Kappa J Hood. Are we just crediting Geno at this point for him getting good at it? Because everybody was like, it was Shane Waldron. It was like, no, it's Pete Carroll. Like, no, Geno's kind of still the same dude. Maybe it's just Geno. Maybe Geno just
you're saying he just had like a little hot yeah. That makes sense. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like you bring in guys where their last stop they don't have a sterling reputation. I mean, even with Matt Eberflus, I remember hearing a podcast with the two linebackers for the Colts. Oh yeah, EJ Speed and I can't remember the other one. I can't remember the other one. But basically, they were like, man, this guy coming in. Yeah, and they both were like trashing the mess out of Matt Eberflus, like the way he carried himself around and the way he was talking to certain players, like in a disrespectful way. Like he didn't have a good reputation as well before they apparently were going to fire him before we stepped in and took him. So I would love that refreshing, person to come in the building where you have people that are like, oh, he's gone. Oh man, that sucks because we had something here. We were building, 3 seasons of 12-5. Hey, I'll take that guy.
Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, to me, the conversation around McCarthy, around the culture he built, around, like it's everything. And I keep saying this. I said this yesterday. He's everything that literally Bears fans say they want, and all these other coaches.
Mm-hmm.
He's Mike McCarthy. He's Sean Payton. He's more Sean Payton than Mike McCarthy, if we're being honest. Like I said Mike McCarthy, Mike Tomlin.
I was wondering, I was like, Mike McCarthy's Mike McCarthy?
Mike McCarthy is Mike McCarthy. I have it on good authority, Jordan JC.
That he is himself.
That Mike McCarthy is Mike McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
That was the wrong sound. No, that was the wrong one, too.
Oh, we're waking up? What are we doing? We got a little Bill. We got Bill Murray.
Nope, I just hit the wrong button. Don't mind me.
Yeah, Bill Murray and waking up. Right.
We didn't have Bill Murray there. It was a little.
Let's go Bulls.
Let's go Bulls.
Oh Lord.
Speaking of Let's Go Bulls, I don't know if you saw the news.
No, I don't want to.
I don't know if you saw the news, but your boy's back on Locked On Bulls. We running it back, man.
Oh, you back on?
The squad is back together, baby. Me and Hayes,
let's
ready
go
to take over the world. And you know what the worst part about it is? I came back to a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. Just a joke of a team.
Dang right, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now. They're exactly in the same spot I left them in.
So you left, you thought they would get better? No, you came back still going to
legitimately, the last 3 years, they have had 18 or 19 wins at this point in the season.
And they're still
I left this team here.
Yeah.
I hate them.
They've got no better. Well, hey, congrats to you. At least
man, we're back, baby.
You're the double dynamic duo. Right.
Steve will say we lost to the College Park Hawks.
You ain't lying, bro. Like, oh boy, that's a whole nother discussion, but whatever.
Oh man. But I here's let's finish it out with this, Jordan JC, because Bears may actually be getting some more help for whoever the next head coach is coming in. May end up getting some more draft capital as Ian Cunningham getting the call back with the Tennessee Titans. Remember, for the Chicago Bears, that would bring them 2 draft picks, a 3rd-round pick for this year's draft, a 3rd-round pick for next year's draft. Here's my question to Bears fans. From everything that we've heard about Ian Cunningham, he has been a strong voice in that room. He's been somebody who has kept Ryan Poles from going full scorched earth on some of these draft picks and trading things away and stuff like that at times. He's also probably been that voice that maybe is in the room keeping you conservative at times, possibly. It could be, maybe. You never know. Would you rather have him still there to kind of help finish out this process with Ryan Poles one way or another? Or are you ready to go all in and just get the comp picks?
Honestly, I'm ready to go all in. I think when it comes to Ryan Poles, I think he needs all the help that he can get. I think we need all the picks that we can get because you've already lost one season under your new quarterback's contract, the rookie contract, where we thought we'd make the playoffs. And so for me, you're talking about 3rd-round picks, starting with one coming this year. Absolutely. 3rd round. You can get a guy that can be very impactful, borderline starter in the 3rd round, depending on what position you're talking about getting. Like, that would be elite to grab another one of those guys, another one of those picks. So absolutely. I think Ian Cunningham also deserves that chance to be a GM.
100%.
He's missed out on a couple of opportunities. I shouldn't say missed out.
He hasn't gone for him. He's gotten offers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost as if he's saying, you know what, I know I'll get my time. I'm just going to sit here and help my buddy out a few more years and then also help him out when I leave, because I believe before, if he left maybe a year or two ago, it would have been just a 4th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, hey, thanks, Ian Cunningham. I appreciate you for staying long enough for us to get even better picks. But yeah, his time is come. I think he deserves that spot.
No, I'm with you. I think that he's a name you gotta look at. And listen, I'd be excited to see him move up. As a person of color, I'm always excited to see another brother out here, moving in the right direction, getting the GM job. A lot of dudes running the show. Not a lot of coaches. That's always the funniest part. It's like, must be mad about the Rooney Rule, and I'd be like, the black dude turned him down. Be like, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah said, get out.
Yeah.
But no, to me, seeing Ian Cunningham go and being able to get the draft compensation, like I think it's a win-win in any situation. I think this is a win for the Bears. Now the question is, what is Ryan Poles going to do with it? The 3rd-round picks have been horrible.
That's true.
The 3rd-round picks have been horrible. Like, that's what it comes down to. It's almost like, are you willing to trade away some of the possible good decision making? Ian has been somebody who's been in on the contract negotiations, the different things like that. Like, are you willing to trade away somebody who is viewed enough to get a GM job that they believe has that good decision making for 3rd-round picks that Ryan Poles may have up?
Yeah, I'm looking at the list of it now. So last year it was Karen Amageji,
Karan, Valus, and Pickens, right?
Pickens in 23. And then, in 22, you had Valus Jones.
Zach Pickens don't even look like he could play NFL football.
I don't. My goodness, he went from being better than Javon the rookie year to being better than nobody his other years. Like,
bro, I told y'all in the first preseason game of the year, Zach Pickens was going to be a problem. This season, I told y'all because remember he played and he just got manhandled by like the third center. Like, he was just throttling that man. I was just like, I watched Zach Pickens the entire game not be able to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's a 3rd round pick. Like the fall off has been drastic. It's been concerning. It sucks. I mean, your 3rd round picks, one of them isn't on the team. The other 2 have been healthy scratches. This season. Like, the only thing I can say that maybe Karan has going on, or maybe there's something with Karan that's going on, is maybe he never was fully healed. Man, but I've said this many times. He sure looks a lot like Braxton Jones.
Yeah, you're giving him a lot of leeway with that. I think he still looks just as terrible. But here's the thing. Even though, yes, he does have a bad track record of past the second round. Swinging. Yeah, exactly. Give him as many as possible, especially this year, the year where, you got others that are involved in the process, and Kevin Warren probably is going to be heading that, in my opinion, still. You want to make sure that you give him as many bites at the apple. So I'm fine with the 2 3rd rounds.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. I'm excited that the Bears are going to get more bites at the apple. They need as many bites as possible. Feels like we're the only ones getting bit out here. Right in the
ouch. Whoa.
I'll take a bite of that apple. Excuse me.
No.
I'm going to fire you.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa. Where is Jimmy? Jimmy, you in there?
He came in there and said, "Go Pack, go."
I saw "Go Pack, go," and then he got out of there. That's right. You get Pack, get. How about that?
Get Pack, get. I like that. Oh, I like it.
That's off the top of the dome right there. That was bars. Nice. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another edition of the Morning Breeze. We'll be back and better than ever tonight at 6. So tap in with us as always, man. The Daily Show is always a lot of fun when we're all together. So stay tuned in with us on that. Got a lot of hopefully a lot more Bears content to talk. I swear I watched that Bulls game and I was like, we're never gonna talk Bulls on this show.
I didn't watch it.
Why
you have to now again. Oh boy.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a part of me. I'm not gonna lie. The number one reason why I was doing it was so I could spend more time with the fam and stuff like that.
Of course.
Stuff happened, so we had to. Yeah, I mean, you gotta get to work, grown man stuff. You gotta get to work. Yeah. So it's like I was kind of sad from that, but then I thought about the fact that like I have to watch with a critical eye again. I was like watching as a fan and just hating the team, but now I have to watch with a critical eye again. And that's worse because then I just watched this team and I was like, they suck.
Depression, man.
No backdoor cuts. No, can't stop a backdoor cut. Can't rebound the basketball. No hustle. No heart. Like, what is happening right now? I'm not talking about that.
When you got Vooch telling people in the locker room to step it up.
We're having team meetings after.
Vooch is leading it.
We're having team meetings. Let me tell you something. I've never seen a team meeting work.
Jesus. All right.
I've never seen a team meeting work.
Whatever.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. For Mr. Medium, Jordan JC, it's your boy Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down, one love. We'll talk Bulls one day, but not today.
One
or
year.
Tomorrow.
No.
Or Monday.
Oh.
Or Tuesday.
Nope, not that either.
Not Wednesday.
I don't think so.
Maybe Thursday?
Nah.
All right, okay. And then we're back at Friday again. I'm not talking that. It's Friday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.